Hello, my best sound friends and lemon pie cuties. Mark the Punk Gamer, a.k.a. Markapunk here, with another re-rank, which I'm really excited to do because Razer just released their new album, and I have to get my thoughts out on the new album called Cycle of Contempt album. So, I'm excited to do this.
Hey Markapunk,
What? Scruffles.
can I be in it too?
No, Scruffles, you cannot be in it. You've been an ass of a dog since the testament of Mr. George.
Well, Markapunk, at least I'm not the bastard of the bus stop. Ah, bitch.
Oh, Scruffles, you disgust me. Here, take your Scooby snacks and enjoy yourself. Whatever. Anyway. Yes, I'm re-ranking Razer once again. So, one of my top favorite thrash metal bands of all time. I'm excited to re-rank it again since there's 9 albums now instead of 8. So, the long-awaited for a new one since 1997, worth it? We're gonna find out in this ranking. So, let's get this started with my number 9th worst out of all of them, and this will change my ranking since my old one, so prepare to be shocked and surprised what my number 9th worst one is gonna be. It's gonna be the Decibels album. You're probably screaming right now, yes, this made it to my worst this time, so yeah, I used to like this one. This made it up to my 4 or 5 ranking. No, it went all the way down here. So, I'm not a fan of it anymore. So there you go. I think it's not the worst one. So I can have enjoyment out of this one overall. They went to the groove metal territory with this one, and this was gonna be their last album until their new one came out, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this ranking. But overall, yeah, the songs I like from it this time is Decibels, Life Sentence, I love that song, guys, The Game, and Goof Soup. So, those are the only 4 songs I like from this, but overall, this made it to the bottom of my list now, so I'm done listening to this one. So my number 9th, bottom of the list of my ranking, is definitely the worst, is Decibels this time. I don't think I want to return to this one anymore. Next, my number 8th pick for this ranking is going to be Executioner's Song, their very first album. This is my second least listened to Razer album, but it's not for me for this one. It's where they first started in Razer with experimental songs I'll name out for you guys that are pretty good and decent. So, Take This Torch, City of Damnation, March of Death, Distant Thunder, Hot Metal, and lastly Time Bomb. Not Tom Bomb. Whoa, I almost messed that up. Yeah, those are the only songs I like. Yeah, this is where they first debuted in this album in 1985. So, mid-80s. So, there are other ones that are better for me. At least this one's better than Decibels, so I could enjoy this one, but it's my second least listened to out of all the Razors. So my number 8th pick for this ranking is going to be Executioner's Song. Oh boy, my best sound friends and lemon pie cuties. My number 7th pick? Oh, I'm going to talk about this one now. So this made it to my number 7. And to be honest guys, this might be disappointing. So it's actually going to be their new one, Cycle of Contempt. And oh my god. So you waited so long to give us this? Really? I'll just name out a few songs and I'll talk about the rest of my review about their new one. So, Flames of Hatred is pretty cool. Off My Meds is cool. A Bitter Pill, Crossed. Cycle of Contempt is an awesome song. Setup. And lastly, All Fist Fighting. Those are the only songs I like from their new one, Cycle of Contempt. So, it's another disappointing album for me since Megadeth's new one. So, it's the same thing. It's not that inspiring, guys. You waited so many long years later and you give us this? Really? Really, Bob Red? Anyway. At least the album art for the new one looks cool, to be honest. It's really cool. And it's also reference to that you see the guy on the cover. That was from Shotgun Justice. Another heavy nod to their early Razor albums. So that's a cool heavy nod to a reference. So that's pretty cool. Overall, it is pretty good, but I'm left out fucking disappointed like you guys too. So I was really disappointed when I first listened to it. Oh my god. Yeah, overall guys, I have nothing else to say. It's good, but decent, but it's kind of just really disappointing at the end for me. So, my number 7th pick, unfortunately, is going to be Cycle of Contempt. Alright, this gets a little bit decent here on out, and then the best ones I think are pretty damn good. So, my number 6 pick for this ranking is going to be Malicious Intent one. Oh boy, I remember I didn't like this one before in my old ranking I did. I remember I did not like this one at all. So I come around to the camp to like it a bit more. So songs I did like from Malicious Intent is Tear Me to Pieces, Night Attack, Malicious Intent, AOD, Stand Before Kings, High Speed Metal, and lastly KMA, which means Kiss My Ass Song. So there you go. It's in the middle of my ranking. I could enjoy this. So the tones on the different songs are kind of wonky here and there in this one. So it's still pretty good. But it made it to my middle of my ranking. So I can still have a decent enough time with Malicious Intent album. That's all I have to say. So my number 6 pick is going to be Malicious Intent. Number 5 in my ranking is going to be Open Hostility. Oh boy, what can I say about Open Hostility? Everything else in the positives is actually pretty damn good. Violent vocals, violent riffs are actually pretty fucking cool in this one. And that's the only thing that's positive about it. So the only negative I still holds this back for me is the digital drums, so that's what really kills it for me. It's still in the middle of my ranking. I can still enjoy this. This is one of the most violent Razor albums ever made. Still. But it kills me every time I hear those digital drums. You want to know the reason why? Maybe in production the drummer got injured in some way and left out for a long time. They decided to put digital drums in their thrash metal, and that's what kills this album for me. Everything else is fucking awesome though. So it's another Bob Red appearance. So songs I do like from it is Sucker for Punishment, Bad Vibrations, Road Gunner, Cheers is a good one, Free Lunch, Iron Legions, Psychopath, I Disagree, and lastly End of War. Yeah, this one I can have a decent enough time with it because it's the most violent thrash metal speed record I've ever listened to in my life. It's one of the most violent ones ever made, so it's pretty cool for that aspect. But overall, the digital drums still kill me to this day about this one. Unfortunately, I have to give it to my number 5th pick. It's going to be Open Hostility. Alright, so all top 4 of my favorite ones right here, they're all tracks. These made it to my top 4. I think are pretty damn awesome here on out. So, all positives here on out. So my number 4th pick is actually going to be Violent Restitution. I know it's Stace McLaurin's last vocal appearance in this album. This is awesome. This album was actually dedicated to the actor called Charles Bronson. This is what the album is dedicated to. And it sounds awesome. This is one of the coolest late 80s thrash metal album I've ever heard. It's one of the best ones, in my opinion. The freaking chainsaw on the cover, I can't get over it. It's awesome. Oh my god. So, Violent Restitution is awesome overall. So, all 14 tracks from First Print. Martial Arts, Hypertension, Taste the Floor, Behind Bars, Below the Belt, Only Say It Once, Enforcer, Violent Restitution, Out of the Game, Edge of the Razor, Eve of the Storm, Discipline, Fed Up, and lastly, Soldier of Fortune. So, all 14 tracks are still awesome. This was dedicated to the actor Charles Bronson to this album. I think it's awesome. But sadly, this is Stace McLaurin's last vocal appearance in this album overall. And then we move on to Bob Red nowadays. Still awesome. I love Violent Restitution. It's number 4. Top 3, bronze, silver, and gold. So, my number 3 bronze medal winner for this ranking is actually going to be Custom Killing. This is a very interesting Razor album. And it's not on Spotify, if you guys are wondering, if you want to search this up. I tried searching for the Custom Killing Razor album, so I couldn't find it. I can only find it on YouTube. It's some weird reason. So Custom Killing is really awesome. I like this one. I like the different drum tones in Custom Killings. I think it's pretty cool. They have one of those 11-minute tracks that are so long, but they're epically awesome overall. So, all 8 tracks are pretty good. Survival of the Fittest, Shootout, Forced Annihilation, Last Rites is cool, Snake Eyes, one of the funniest songs they had, White Noise, Going Under, and lastly Russian Ballet. Awesome album, guys. Another best one in my opinion around the 80s. But I like the different drum tone off of this one. Another one I can really enjoy going through is Custom Killings. So my number 3 bronze medal winner is definitely Custom Killings. Alright, my best sound friends and lemon pie cuties. My number 2 silver medal winner, please do not kill me in the comments below. This is my own subjective opinion on these, so it depends on style and everything else. You might be shocked which one made it to my number 2 this time. So, my number 2 silver medal winner, I have to give it to the Shotgun Justice album. I love the fuck out of this one. I've been listening to this one all day long. This is one of the best ones. And it's actually the first vocal appearance of Bob Red after Stace McLaurin left the band. This is the only Bob Red appearance type Razor album I do like out of all of them. So, this is the best non-stop speed thrash metal album ever. It's just beginning to end, all 14 tracks. They're awesome. I think it's one of the best speed metal, most violent album ever made. It's way better than Open Hostility in my opinion. This is 10 times better. I love Shotgun Justice, guys. Fuck, this one's awesome. It made it to my top of my ranking. So I'm gonna name all 14 of them. So here we go. Miami, United by Hatred. Violence Condoned is an awesome song. Electric Torture is too. Meaning of Pain, Stabbed in the Back. Shotgun Justice, awesome still. Parasite, awesome. American Lux, cool. Brass Knuckles. Burning Bridges is the best song too. Concussion, Cranial Stomp. And lastly, Pugilist, the Pugilist song. Overall, guys, I come back to listen to this one too. And, oh my god, this is one of the best Bob Red vocal speed metal album ever made, and it's the most violent in my opinion. So, one of the best ones from Bob Red. And, I'm gonna give it to my number 2 silver medal winner. It's definitely Shotgun Justice once again. Alright, my best sound friends and lemon pie cuties. My number 1 gold medal winner is still actually my favorite if you follow me since my original ranking. Yes, it's still Evil Invaders album. I still like this one next to Shotgun Justice and Violent Restitution and Custom Killings next to it. So this one I go back listening to a lot. And it's their second album, and it's 10 times better than their first album. 10 times better. And this album is awesome. The one I mostly listen to is definitely Evil Invaders. This is one of their best Razor albums ever made. one of the best speed thrash metal albums ever made by these guys. It's awesome. And I'm gonna name all 10 tracks because all these tracks are awesome. So, Nowhere Fast, the opening instrumental, awesome way to open the album. Cross Me Full is one of my favorite songs of all time. Legacy of Doom, Evil Invaders, another good song of all time. Iron Hammer, Instant Death. Cutthroat's another best song ever made too. Speed Merchants, Turgid Skull. And lastly, Thrash Dance. Yeah, overall guys, I still love the hell out of Evil Invaders album from Razor, so. Out of all the Razor albums, this is the one I mostly listen to. It's definitely Evil Invaders. So, there you go overall, guys. And, holy crap. Yeah, overall, I did not like their new one, to be honest. It's the same disappointing bullshit thing, just like Megadeth with their new one. It could have been better. Yeah, it could have been better from Bob Red and the rest of the band crew. But I just don't know, guys. So, if they ever do make a 10th album, maybe in the future, hopefully it'll be a bit better. Not disappointing. But, and, I still like Evil Invaders next to the other 3 albums, so I fucking love Shotgun Justice still. One of those non-stop albums, though, I do like from Bob Red. But overall, my favorite lead singer has to be Stace McLaurin, so out of Bob Red is kind of fun. But if Prism Miller gets around to ranking Razor, it might be his first time ranking it. This was my second time re-ranking, so I want to hear what his opinion is soon. So his ranking might be different than mine. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Subscribe to me if you haven't. Make sure you click the bell to get all of my notifications, and share this re-ranking of the Razor studio albums, worst to best. And I have one more thing to say to Prism Meller, if he's watching this. I am working on re-ranking Slipknot, yes I am. So, he's probably shitting his pants right now on doing that. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. And I will see you later, my best home friends and lemon pie cuties.